Which model is actually the best right now? DeepSeek, ChatGPT, or even Claude AI? There are many statistics that DeepSeek is beating its competitors, but is that really true? So in this video we'll compare these three models on the real examples I prepared, and I'm sure the result will surprise you. So stay until the end and let's get into it. So first things first, let's test out all of these three models on coding test. So create a complete Python Pong game using Pygame, where two players control paddles to hit a bouncing ball. So I can run it, and simply just copy that, go over to the cloud, run it, and similarly in the ChatGPT. So as we can see, DeepSeek is creating for us a response. Also, Claude AI and ChatGPT, however, it's creating it the slowest. So in terms of the speed and creating the entire game, Claude AI was the first to create the entire code, secondly we had DeepSeek, and thirdly we had ChatGPT. However, now let's test it out, so let's see if that code works. Let's go over here, copy our code, and go ahead right there. Let's go ahead and look if that works. Yeah, we can see. So Claude AI successfully created for us a code. Now let's go further to the DeepSeek. I can copy the code, just simply close that, and see if the version from the DeepSeek will work. Actually, we can see like the code is shorter than previously from the cloud. So yeah, we don't have like this line. Also, like the Pong game is I can say, slower a bit. However, it works. So now let's see, we've got 1-1, yeah. So far, these models perform great. Now, let's see how ChatGPT managed to create the entire game. So let's paste it here. Again, the code is actually longer than previously. So firstly, we had the cloud. Secondly, DeepSeek. So DeepSeek created the code approximately 100 lines. And for the rest of the models, we had approximately 130. Let's see. Yeah. So all of these models did great. However, when it comes in terms of the simplicity, actually DeepSeek performed the best, I can say, because actually, yeah, we wanted to get like the program that works in the least amount of the lines. So there we had only 100 lines, and yeah, I think DeepSeek did the best job. Let's create now another game. Generate a simple Flappy Bird clone in Python that starts with a spacebar press and ends when the bird hits an obstacle. Let's run it here. And now simply do the stuff again in other models. So now again you can notice the speed. Again, the cloud is pretty fast. There also DeepSeek. And yeah, ChatGPT is doing stuff slower. And now we can see, actually, we've got the response from the cloud. So this model is very impressive. It's creating for us responses really fast. So now we can go ahead, take this entire code, and test it out if that works. So let's run it. Let's click space. So now, yeah, I can say we press space. It counts for us score. So definitely, yeah, I can say like we don't have any problems here. So nice. Let's see other responses from other models. ChatGPT, yeah, created that. Let's go ahead. And the code, now we can see, like previously we had 175 lines. And when it comes to the ChatGPT, we have only 136. So let's run it and see. So here we've got some problem. As you can notice, yeah, we can't run it. So we have the problem in the line 125. So now let's go ahead to the DeepSeek and see how it performed. So let's copy that. Let's open our DeepSeek. And now we have 130 lines. Let's run it. It works. So again, we've got the problem with the score, as you can notice right there. So it doesn't count properly. Let's try again. So in the DeepSeek, we had some problem. It's really impressive. Obviously, yeah, we could, for example, solve it by just typing one single line. However, we are testing the capabilities of all of the models. So yeah, when it comes in terms of the speed, Claude AI is winning, and also like, yeah, 2 tests, actually Claude did properly. So we are moving on to solving some logical problems. So we'll see if Claude AI, DeepSeek, and actually ChatGPT will manage to break the problem into smaller pieces and will solve it properly. So let's get into it. So right now we'll start with the ChatGPT, and I've got the following prompt. 3 ants are placed randomly on the edges of a triangle. Each ant starts moving in a random direction along the triangle's edges. If 2 ants meet, they collide and die. What is the probability that all 3 ants survive without colliding? So actually the chances are 25%. So let's start with the ChatGPT and see if it answers properly. And lastly, DeepSeek. So now let's see how it works. We've got analysis. So actually with the problem solving, we wanna actually get deep and break the problem into smaller pieces and see how these models actually are solving this problem. It's very important. So let's see how it works. Right there. Again, Claude is really fast. ChatGPT is still thinking. So let's see the final answer. 0, 25 or 25%. Yeah, it's true. When it comes to the Claude, we have 25%. And when it comes to with the DeepSeek, and the server is busy, please try again. So yeah, it happens sometimes. So we've got kind of big crowd using the application. So now I hope DeepSeek would have solved this problem. It was quite easy. Let's go further with more complex example. So now I've got something like that. A problem. A man must cross a river with a wolf, a goat, and a cabbage. He can carry only one at a time. If left together, the wolf will eat the goat and the goat will eat the cabbage. How many crossings does it take to get them all across safety? So here the answer is 7 crossings, and there we've got the explanation. So the man must take the goat across, return alone, take the wolf across, bring the goat back, take the cabbage across, return alone, and take the goat across again. So this is the answer. Now let's delete it for now and simply provide it to the DeepSeek, ChatGPT, and Claude AI. So firstly, let's see the reasoning process of DeepSeek. We've got there the solution. So firstly, we've got take the goat across the river. So here, left bank, wolf, cabbage, goat. Also, I like this information kind of, because we know what is happening. So firstly, we've got take the goat across. Then we need to return alone. Yeah. Then take the wolf across the river. Yeah. Swap, bring the goat back to the left bank. So here, bring the goat back. Yeah. I really love like the reasoning process. We've got everything step by step. So by this way, we can see how model works, how it solves the problem, how it breaks everything into smaller pieces. So now we've got take the cabbage across the river, take the cabbage across the river, return alone, and at the end take the goat across again. Yeah, it's really nice. Now let's compare it to the ChatGPT, for example. So take the goat, return alone, take the wolf across the river, bring the goat, take the cabbage, return alone, and take the goat. Yeah, it works. And now let's see how Claude AI managed to solve the problem. First of all, I can say I really enjoyed the most actually the way how DeepSeek respond to us, because we had actually a clear information and everything step by step. Also, ChatGPT actually did the same job. When it comes to the Claude AI, I like less this format. Nevertheless, let's read it. So let me paste that. So firstly, take the goat. Where do we have? Yeah, take the goat, return alone, and take the wolf across. Man leaves wolf, return with goat. So actually all of these models like properly managed to solve the problem. So it's really cool. However, as I can say, actually I like the response from the DeepSeek the most. So here we've got clear explanation, also summary of crossing. When it comes to the ChatGPT, this is pretty the same, but I really enjoyed the response from the DeepSeek again. Now it's the time to test out all of these models when it comes to the creative writing. So write a SEO-friendly article about Zapier automations that help users save time and increase productivity without needing coding skills. Focus on advanced automations that integrate with Notion and use AI-powered tools. Here we've got main keywords, so advanced Zapier automations. There the structure of the article, the length, so from 600 words to 800. So simply we can run it here inside of the ChatGPT. There, go ahead to the DeepSeek. So here we'll manage how they write, how creative they are. So let's see. When it comes to the speed, ChatGPT is pretty fast. Also, when it comes to the DeepSeek, it's a bit slower, I can say. When it comes to the Claude, yeah, it's creating for us the document. So it's really nice. Let's see. So first things first, let's cover the response from the DeepSeek. We've got a heading. Advanced Zapier automation, so we've got our keyword. Save time and boost productivity without coding. When it comes to the ChatGPT, advanced Zapier automation, save time and boost productivity without coding. Yeah. So it's really weird that we actually have the same title inside of the DeepSeek and ChatGPT. For a moment, I thought I just typed the title inside of my description, but no. When it comes to the Cloud AI, we have other titles, so Advanced Zapier Automations, supercharge your productivity with no-code workflows. I prefer this one title, so here, let's see the entire response. So there, I really love actually the beginning. We don't have any numbered list, any bullet points. We've got the word really bolded, actually our keyword. So yeah, firstly we've got this one, entire data, then what is Zapier and how does it work? It's cool at the beginning to mention that. When it comes to the ChatGPT, also we've got it. And then, I really like the form, we've got some of the introduction for each section, then bullet points. Yeah, at the end we've got tips for getting started with advanced Zapier automations. It's really nice. At the end, we wanna always to get some conclusion, yeah? Here also we've got, but what I mean, tips for getting started with automations are really cool in that terms. Here we've got also kind of something pretty the same. However, I like the form from here. So we had an introduction, everything is clearer. Now let's see what we have here. So I don't like especially kind of bullet points right there. Yeah, so previously we had some introduction. For example, DeepSeek model I think worked the best because we had introduction, use case, some bullet points, really structured data, really concise. In the ChatGPT also it worked very cool, but for example here we've got numbered list. So I think the form is less attractive. DeepSeek for me worked the best in that case. And last but not least, we'll test out our models on financial analysis. So here I've got a following prompt. Analyze the stock market today and provide key insights for the future. What are the predictions based on the information you provide? Let's run it in each chat and let's see. So as you can see for the Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, it says, I want to be clear, as an AI with knowledge cut off in April 2024, I cannot analyze today's current stock market conditions or make predictions about future market movements. So yeah, let's now see how it works when it comes to the ChatGPT. So there, as of February 2025, the stock market continues its upward trajectory with major indices reaching of approaching all-time heights. Also, what is really nice, we have our graph on S&P 500. So there, it's pretty cool, yeah? We've got our current market dynamics with the external links to some websites from where the data was taken from. So here, global influences, sector performance, key considerations for investors. I really like this entire form. We have really nice graph. We have the information with the exact kind of links to the specific websites. Also the form, so we've got the topic and there bullet points with not too much messy data. I really love the response from the ChatGPT. When it comes to the DeepSeek, I had to wait some time because for now we've got some limitations. When it comes to the amount of the chats we can run, however, it pays off because actually look on this entire data. how precise this is. Actually, firstly, we've got, as of February 2025, the stock market is experiencing a mix of optimism and caution. The S&P 500 has advanced 71% since the current bull market began. Also there, we've got some external links. For each actually information, we've got the link. This is great. I really like the structure of that. The entire response, predictions for 2025. Let's compare that with ChatGPT. No, I prefer like the response from the DeepSeek. It is much more in depth. We've got really complex information out there. So yeah, just look on that. Actually, even sometimes we've got two references to some specific external resources. This is really, really cool. So that we have it. In this video, we compared three different models. So ChatGPT, Claude AI, and DeepSeek. And the conclusion for me is, if you want to pick the model which is the fastest, actually pick Claude AI. I think this model is approximately sometimes even 2x faster than other models. When you want to get the best responses out there, so for example, the most in-depth responses, the best data, pick DeepSeek. This model is really comprehensive. I found actually it gives for me even better responses than, for example, in the ChatGPT. So yeah, this model is great. However, we've got some limitations for now because we don't have any subscription. So simply you can run out very fast from your messages per hour, and there you need to wait a while. However, yeah, I found this model is really solid. And actually pick ChatGPT for very versatile actually cases. So for example, if you want to use it for daily basis, actually it's really enough. I would say we can use DeepSeek for really sophisticated cases. Obviously, when there is a subscription, yeah, it will be great. However, for now, we've got the limitations. So remember, in the ChatGPT, you can create projects. You can create custom GPTs. So I can say you've got much more possibilities rather than with the DeepSeek. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, it was helpful for you. Remember, if you would like, please leave me a like for the YouTube algorithm, click the subscribe button, it's very, very important. And for now, again, this is everything. I will see you in the next one video.